Hey there folks, I'm Joshua Orro, the Mustang Prince, and welcome to Mustang Prince Oral Reports. Now, as I said before in my Minions blog from 2 years ago, Despicable Me has got to be the funniest animated film that Illumination Entertainment has ever made. Sure, these three films may have some mature humor, and some things can be a tad cartoony and controversial, but overall, both the Despicable Me films and the Minions movie are still good films in my opinion, for both kids and grown-ups. Plus, the animation is very zany. Now, just recently, Illumination released a third Despicable Me film, which happens to be the subject of my blog today. Released on June 30th, 2017, the movie is Despicable Me 3. Now let's get started. The mischievous minions hope that Gru will return to a life of crime after the new boss of the Anti-Villain League fires him. Instead, Gru decides to remain retired and travel to Fredonia to meet his long-lost twin brother for the first time. The reunited siblings soon find themselves in an uneasy alliance to take down the elusive Balthazar Brat, a former 1980s child star who seeks revenge against the world. So, what are my thoughts on this movie? Well, let me just say that this movie was really hardcore, and it has got to be the funniest animated film of the year. But before I get ahead of myself, let's move on to Mustang notes. Steve Burke, the NBC Universal CEO, confirmed in September 2013 that a third film in the Despicable Me series was in development. Cinco Paul and Ken Durario, the writers of the first two films, announced that they would return to write the screenplay for the film. Now, what are my thoughts on the animation? Well, to me, the animation in this movie is just as good as the last two. Sometimes it'll make you feel like you're part of the action taking place there, as well as the comedy. Speaking of which, the humor and comedy is very hilarious in this. Although, some of it is a bit mature for the younger audiences. I also think the setting in Fredonia looks pretty similar to Sardinia, Italy, except for the fact that there are pigs everywhere. And I like the 80s pop cultural references that happen in this. And that's basically all I have for Mustang notes. Anyway, let's move on to the characters and their voice actors. Our main character, Gru, is once again voiced by Steve Carell, who's best known from Evan Almighty, Horton Hears a Who, and Over the Hedge. In my opinion, Gru may be despicable, but he is very crafty, and he is the type of guy who you'd want to root for, especially when he's trying to get back at Balthazar Brat in order to get his AVL job back, even if he has to do evil again. Gru's wife Lucy is voiced by Kristen Wiig, best known from How to Train Your Dragon, Ghostbusters, and Sausage Party. In my opinion, Lucy is another great character, and I think she has the potential to be a wonderful mom. My favorite part that Lucy has done in this movie is use the term Grusy, which I think has been used on the internet way before this movie was released. And I especially love the scene where she beats up several people after hearing Agnes scream in excitement. Next are Gru's daughters, Margot, Edith, and Agnes, voiced by Miranda Cosgrove, Dana Gayer, and Nev Chiral. Margot is the oldest and maturest, who looks out for her sisters. Edith is the tomboy with a macabre sense of humor, and Agnes is the youngest and cutest of the three, with an obsession with unicorns. Next are Gru's minions, who are all voiced by director Pierre Coffin. As usual, these guys are the funniest in the entire franchise, and I especially love what they did during the movie's opening studio logo. Anyway, in this movie, most of the minions are led by Mel. After they leave and quit Gru, they do all kinds of silly things, like doing luau music, singing at a talent show, and building an airship to escape prison. Now, here's where we come to the new characters, starting with Gru's long-lost twin brother, Drew. Also voiced by Steve Carell. While he looks a lot like Gru, Drew is a tad strange due to his flamboyant personality, and he can be a bit of a klutz. But I like that he inherited his father's mansion and car. And of course, he tries to remind Gru that villainy is in his blood. Finally, we come to the new villain, Balthazar Bratt, voiced by Trey Parker, aka the creator of the poster boys of cartoon controversy and the 2011 Broadway musical, The Book of Mormon. Balthazar is a supervillain and former child star who grew up to become obsessed with the character he played in during the 80s and is bent on world domination. His goal, after stealing a valuable diamond, is to use said diamond in order to power his giant robot and destroy Hollywood as revenge for canceling his show. In my eyes, Balthazar is a very tricky villain, and the way he uses his guitar almost makes me think of Demyx from Kingdom Hearts 2. Also, he has other weapons, like icky sticky inflatable bubblegum, weird dance moves, and an army of action figures. But I like the fact that his lair is a giant Rubik's Cube on top of an island mountain. The rest of the cast includes Steve Coogan, Jenny Slate, and, surprising of all, Julie Andrews. And now, let's move on to my final words. Overall, Despicable Me 3 is a fantastic sequel. It has got to be the funniest movie of the summer. The story is heartwarming, the music is very catchy, especially with the 80s pop songs that play throughout this movie. The humor is funny and zany, though sometimes mature. The action is kick-ass and thrilling, plus the characters are very memorable and wonderful. I give this film a 95% out of 100. Well, that's it for today, everybody. Be sure to join me again next week for my next blog. Mustang Power!